boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Jailton Almeida. I like this main event. A lot of people were kind of mad about it. They felt like it should have been Johnny Walker. My bad. Johnny Walker versus Anthony Smith. Obviously, based on like merit, you could probably go Anthony Smith, but I've seen enough Anthony Smith main events in my lifetime, and I'm a big Jailton Almeida fan. Like I'm happy that they're giving this guy the opportunity to fight 5 rounds against a legit dude, a legit gatekeeper. With all due respect to Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So it's a real test for Jailton Almeida. We'll see if he's legit. It's crazy. When I was watching him come up, I thought he was a legit light heavyweight. And this guy maybe he was built for heavyweight because he's so fast, and he can make light heavyweight, but he's fast, good double leg entries, and I love his control and how he breaks guys down, and he's just such a destroyer in there. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fight. It's a really, really good fight. It's a good heavyweight fight. And, we got surging contenders like Sergey Pavlovich. I shouldn't even call him surging contenders. Surging title contenders like Sergey Pavlovich. Him versus Jailton Almeida is maybe a legitimate dream fight at heavyweight. Maybe a potential title fight at heavyweight. We could see. Now, obviously, I don't want to hype it up like like I did my boy Matthews Nicolau versus Manal Cop. But yeah, I like the fight. And can Biggie Boy win this fight? For sure, man. I think Biggie Boy is legit in this matchup. I do not think Biggie Boy is going to go out here and just be demasculated by this man for free. You know what I'm saying? I think if he lands a beautiful shot here, which is possible, man, he can get Jailton. And Jailton's been hurt before. He's been KO'd before. It's happened in his career. So, but yeah, they got 5 rounds to work. And it's going to be a dope fight, man. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, he comes with a record of 13-4. He's fighting at Saram, age 35, a height of 6'2", and a reach of 78. So, long arms. He's kind of, for a heavyweight, he's kind of getting into his prime. 35 is kind of like the peak years of your prime as a heavyweight. Jailton Almeida comes with a record of 18-2. He's fighting out of Brazil, age 31, a height of 6'3", and a reach of 79. So the guy's going to be the taller guy by 1 inch and have the longer reach. So obviously it's kind of funny, even though I would say Biggie Boy has more UFC main event experience, Jailton actually has more fights going into the matchup. But hey, it is what it is. Different level of competition. So those are things to look at. But Biggie Boy's resume, it speaks for itself. He's beaten a lot of good guys. He's also lost to a lot of good guys, so there's no shame. He's coming off a really good win over Chris Daukaus, made it look easy. He got finished in his last loss against Alexander Volkov, lost to Curtis Blades, beat Augusto Sakai, lost to Toro Gane, beat Junior Dos Santos, got destroyed by Francis Ngannou. That was a crazy, crazy build-up to a fight. I remember Biggie Boy, he was, before Biggie Boy was kind of like this perennial gatekeeper that he is right now, he kind of was the dark horse of the division. He was the new guy up. He was what Jailton Almeida is. He had some hype, you know what I'm saying? And when he got matched up with Francis Ngannou, there were some people saying, hey, he got a chance. He might shock the world and knock out Francis. And Francis, in my opinion, I don't think he's ever recovered since this fight. I kind of ended his career, especially as a title contender, you know what I'm saying? Obviously he can win fights, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he can't win no fights, but as the guy that we thought he was in fucking 2020, he is not that guy no more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, he destroyed Alistair Overeem in the 5th round with a crazy, crazy right cross. Beat Andrei Arlovsky, Alan Crowder, Junior Albini. These were the wins that kind of got his name coming up. Obviously, he has a bunch of kickboxing fights. Really, really credentialed kickboxer. But yeah, man, obviously we know Biggie Boy's game. Good striking, good power. He's somewhat hesitant to pull the trigger, but when he does pull the trigger, he hurts guys. And obviously his deficiencies is his lack of output and his grappling. And that just kind of plays into Jailton Almeida's game. Now, Jailton Almeida hasn't gone a long 3 rounds or a long 5 rounds like Jairzinho Rozenstruik, but the guy can grapple. And that is one thing. His notable wins are Shamil I'm not gonna say his last name, Anton Parker Porter, and Danilo Marquez. And then he beat Nasrudanov on the Contender Series. The guy is a killer, but I mean, what he accomplished in these fights, it's almost like Chimaev-esque. Like he throws the teep kick and he shoots for the double leg. He gets on top. He breaks guys down with ground and pound, or he chokes you out. Really good jiu-jitsu, good top pressure, and just explosive wrestling. Really power lifting kind of wrestling. You know, like a lot. I wouldn't even say a technical. I mean, the double leg's good when he shoots and he gets the entry in, but just the way he picks guys up, it's just a lot of power instead of technique, and he's a powerhouse going into this matchup. You know, what he did to Shamil, he mutilated Shamil, but there was a moment in that fight against Shamil where he got touched up. He did get touched up, and he got hit. And if he gets hit like that against Jairzinho Rozenstruik, it could be good night Irene. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the guy isn't perfect, right? He's been finished before. He's been knocked out. It was in 2017, but he's been knocked out in the first round before. So it is possible that, you know, Jairzinho does find that shot, but he's learned a lot from those two losses, and I just think going into this matchup against Jairzinho is he counted on one shot. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Jairzinho, he could play the long game here. He could do what he did against in the Overeem fight, where, you know, he sprawls and brawls and he might get taken down, but he survives, and then he tries to get Jailton Almeida in the later rounds and maybe breaks him that way. We've never seen Jailton Almeida go past 3 rounds, you know, in the UFC. So I just think maybe Jairzinho can do it, but you're looking at a long shot when you're picking Jairzinho, and obviously you're hoping for a one-hitter quitter. But I just think Jailton Almeida, I think if he takes this man down, I think he breaks Jairzinho. I've seen Jairzinho on his back. It's nothing special. And I feel like Jailton Almeida is a beast on the ground. I honestly like Curtis Blades. You know, nothing against the guy. I mean, I used to hate him, but now I have no issue with Curtis Blades. I feel like we're on good terms. But my point is, though, Curtis Blades doesn't have. I feel like I would have said a long time ago Curtis Blades is the best ground and pound in the division, but the ground and pound this kid is showing, Jailton Almeida, it's just on a different level, a different veracity, a different aggression. He's just malicious intent. He's vicious with it. I just feel like Curtis Blades is just kind of, well, right now he's trying to be a striker. You know, he learned that lesson against Sergey Pavlovich, but you know, what I've seen of recent, even against Jairzinho, is just lay and pray. You know what I'm saying? And I just do not think Jailton Almeida will lay and prey on Jairzinho. I think he will hurt Jairzinho. And I'm going to be taking Jailton Almeida by actually third round TKO ground and pound. I think he breaks Jairzinho down. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Jairzinho is going to push him. I think he's going to obviously be his hardest fight of his career, but I think Jailton Almeida gets him out of there. And he really reaches some superstardom. You know, I think this guy has superstar written all over him. I think he can be a legitimate force in that heavyweight division. He's someone to look forward to. So, yeah, that's my prediction. I got Jailton Almeida by third round TKO. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That is it. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.